Even presidents have been refused. Millions of fans visit Graceland every year, getting closer to the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. They come from all continents, from big cities and small towns, from all manner of existence. Some travel there out of faith for the music that made their youth so special, others because Elvis's cultural shadow still casts over time. And yet, despite all the thrills Graceland has in store, there is one area of the mansion that no visitor will ever ask about straight out. Hidden behind a plain locked door, above the dazzling upheaval of Elvis's meticulously picked through downstairs, is the enigmatic upstairs. A secluded refuge untouched since Elvis's death in 1977. The forbidden floor has been kept out of bounds for almost 5 decades, instilling curiosity, conspiracy, and unspoken reverence. What is it that is so secret, so private, that it has defied the invasion of history, celebrity, and time itself? Graceland is more than a house. It is a monument to a bygone age, a cultural icon which has outlived its bricks and mortar to become something greater, a shrine, a museum, a pilgrimage destination, a legend in its own right. The property doesn't just show off relics of Elvis's life. It transports visitors into the actual world he built for himself. From the gaudy but charming jungle room with its green shag carpet and Polynesian tiki motif to the mirrored ceilings and stained glass peacocks, the home itself is an unapologetic expression of Elvis's style and personality. Walking in its front door is like walking back in time. The 1970s never vacated this home, but with each room the tourists pass through, with each glittering gold record proudly plastered on walls, there is always one looming question in the air. What's upstairs? The sense of mystery is almost tangible. Tourists hush about it as they file past velvet ropes. Staff assiduously deflect questions, and guides steer conversations away from that off-limit staircase. You might look in on the kitchen where Elvis frequently ordered late-night sandwiches, stand next to the pool table where he hosted friends, or pay respects in the meditation garden where he now lies alongside his mother, grandmother, daughter, and grandson. But the second floor, Elvis's personal domain, remains off-limits, as if time itself is guarding it. Upstairs was Elvis's real kingdom. While alive, he aggressively protected that area. It was his sanctuary, the one area of Graceland where fame could not intrude. Downstairs could be for visitors, for friends, for music industry types, for family gatherings and publicity shots. Upstairs, though, was Elvis's private domain. Few save those he trusted most deeply had permission to ascend the stairs. His family, his closest buddies, maybe a girlfriend or two. Staff took orders to the letter. If Elvis did not invite you, you did not attend. Period. That line between does not disappear at the time of his death. Rather, it solidifies into permanence. The family's decision to seal the upstairs forever was not just a matter of privacy. It was respect. Elvis's private sanctuary was to be his own even in death. It was in that bathroom upstairs, just a few feet from his bed, that Elvis Presley breathed his last on August 16, 1977. At the mere age of 42, the man who forever changed the face of popular music was discovered unconscious by his then-girlfriend, Ginger Alden. Paramedics arrived but could not revive him. The official reason was a heart attack, although speculation soon abounded. The stresses of stardom, the strain of his way of living, and the reliance on prescription drugs were the topic of ongoing discussion in tabloids, fan magazines, and the press. The world demanded answers, and while journalists pursued stories and fans made wild guesses, the Presley family did what they decided. The upstairs would be untouched. His bed would not be made. His books would not be stacked away on the shelf. His TV would remain where he left it, quiet but intact, a specter of ordinary life. It was not preservation. Although that was part of it, it was reverence. Developing that upstairs area into one of the tour routes could have assuaged interest, but it would have debased it as well. Picture tourists taking pictures of the bathroom where he passed away, making hushed macabre remarks, reducing his most private room to a freak show exhibit. That was never going to happen. Vernon and later Lisa Marie Presley and the Presley family knew Elvis's real story wasn't in how he died, but in how he lived. The attention had to remain downstairs, in the lively rooms bursting with laughter, music, and energy, not upstairs where tragedy occurred. Despite the secrecy, though, only it fueled speculation. Fans started spinning their own tales, filling the space with hypotheses. Some argued there had to be proof of concealed secrets regarding his last hours up there. Others envisioned unconfirmed family ties, secret wealth, or even evidence that Elvis had faked his death. The conspiracy mill ran, driven by the mere fact that no one could verify what lay beyond that door. Even presidents such as Bill Clinton were demurely rebuffed when they asked to be let in. If even the planet's most influential men were excluded, what would be so secret that it needed to be so fiercely guarded? A handful of exceptions, nonetheless, have been let behind the curtain. Actor Nicolas Cage, an Elvis obsessive who was married briefly to Lisa Marie Presley, gained admittance upstairs once. Cage eventually explained the experience as surreal and deeply emotional. But when questioned specifically as to what he saw, he never once said a word. Not in interviews, not in conversation, not even in memoirs. His silence only made it more mysterious. If this is just an ordinary bedroom, why remain so quiet? Why perpetuate the myth? Next was the strange tale of Chewy Thompson, a minor online celebrity who wrote that on a standard tour, he was discreetly whisked away by someone dressed as staff and taken upstairs. He reported the air to be thick, the rooms to be strangely preserved, and the feeling to be very disturbing. But again, like Cage, Thompson never provided details. He won't talk about what he experienced, so fans have wondered if his tale was actually true or if it was a prank meant to bring him attention. The gossip didn't end there. Tourists started hearing strange noises coming from upstairs, footsteps, muffled conversations, even the hint of laughter when the floor was supposed to be vacant. Some claimed it was as if a private party was occurring out of sight. Others took an oath that they could sense a presence, that Elvis's ghost still roamed those halls. No staff members would confirm such gossip, but the rumors persisted. In the Elvis Presley universe, where reality and legend are forever blended, it adds another level to the mythology. To know why the upstairs is so powerful, one must know Elvis himself. He was a contradiction, one of the most public men in the world, yet fiercely guarded when it came to his privacy. He enjoyed being on stage, enjoyed being in the spotlight, but when the curtains went down, he wanted to be alone. Upstairs at Graceland was designed for that. It wasn't packed with luxury for luxury's sake. It was all designed for his comfort. A specially designed bed, his favorite albums at arm's reach, bookshelves filled with everything from religious texts to philosophy, and a buzzer directly connected to the kitchen so he could have his favorite peanut butter and banana sandwiches delivered at 3 a.m. He was an owl, frequently staying up till morning, reading, watching TV, or softly playing his guitar. That upstairs area wasn't a collection of rooms. It was Elvis's inner life. And that's why the Presleys won't open it. They're not guarding a bedroom. They're guarding the last true relic of Elvis Presley, the person and not the legend. Downstairs, fans can celebrate Elvis the superstar. The outrageous jumpsuits, the walls of gold records, the dazzling jets, the stage costumes, and the memorabilia of a life lived in the spotlight. But upstairs belongs to Elvis the human being, the father, the son, the seeker, the man who wrestled with fame and sought comfort in the small rituals of daily life. Opening, it would unveil the intimate Elvis in a manner he never permitted during his time, and it would jeopardize diminishing his holiest sanctum into spectacle. And thus the upstairs is kept sealed. No pictures, no footage, no words. Only a locked staircase and a sea of conjecture. The silence itself has become part of the myth. Visitors depart from Graceland with visions of sparkling rooms and immaculate gardens, but their minds always drift back to what they could not see. What is hidden behind that door that is locked? Is it merely a maintained 1970s bedroom, or is there something else? Perhaps the secrecy hides personal journals, the evidence of concealed difficulties, or even evidence of family secrets never publicly released. In an age of obsessive revelations, When celebrity mansions are photographed, mapped, and cataloged, the second floor of Graceland is a sole exception. It is intentionally left private, and that may be the greatest tribute of all, because Elvis Presley was a performer, but he was also a man who breathed and loved and fought just like everybody else. His music is the world's, but his personal refuge is his own. To this day, close to 500,000 individuals stroll through Graceland every year. They gawk at the outrageous interior design selections, take pictures next to his Cadillac, and stand respectfully in the meditation garden where he lies. And yet, amidst all of that, their fascination remains lingering on the forbidden floor. It is the ultimate mystery, a time capsule of 1977 forever sealed. Perhaps someday, decades to come, it will be unveiled. Perhaps historians will enter and at last record every aspect. Or perhaps it will be locked away forever until it turns to dust. Until then, the intrigue persists, fueling the legend of a man whose existence moved the line between reality and myth. Elvis has left the building, for sure. But upstairs in Graceland, beyond that closed door, a part of him stays on. And maybe that is just where he should stay. And that's why the Presleys won't open it. They're not guarding a bedroom. They're guarding the last true relic of Elvis Presley, the person and not the legend. Downstairs, fans can celebrate Elvis the superstar. The outrageous jumpsuits, the walls of gold records, the dazzling jets, the stage costumes, and the memorabilia of a life lived in the spotlight. But upstairs belongs to Elvis the human being, the father, the son, the seeker, the man who wrestled with fame and sought comfort in the small rituals of daily life. Opening, it would unveil the intimate Elvis in a manner he never permitted during his time, and it would jeopardize diminishing his holiest sanctum into spectacle. And thus the upstairs is kept sealed. No pictures, no footage, no words. Only a locked staircase and a sea of conjecture. The silence itself has become part of myth. Visitors depart from Graceland with visions of sparkling rooms and immaculate gardens, but their minds always drift back to what they could not see. What is hidden behind that door that is locked? Is it merely a maintained 1970s bedroom, or is there something else? Perhaps the secrecy hides personal journals, the evidence of concealed difficulties, or even evidence of family secrets never publicly released. In an age of obsessive revelations, when celebrity mansions are photographed, mapped, and cataloged, the second floor of Graceland is a sole exception. It is intentionally left private, and that may be